Hello and welcome to Tubelight Communication Demonstration. My name is Bhanu Pratap Singh and I have with me Radhika. We will be walking you through the demonstration and capability of Tubelight Communication platform. Let's start with the login. Perfect. Thank you, Radhika. So basically, entire platform is built around the concept that customers they can communicate and engage with their audience, and they can leverage on the platform capability, not just on WhatsApp. We will be showcasing right now the capabilities around WhatsApp. However, it's an omni-channel communication platform where you can actually use RCS, email, WhatsApp, voice, and SMS capabilities as well. So we will start from how you can actually use the platform to onboard new customers. Let's start from settings. Under settings, we will go to the phone numbers, and this is where exactly you can add a new number. You can also view the registered number under Wawa ID. So the current registered numbers are 2. If you go and click on connect number, you will be through to the you know something called embedded sign up process, and that is where you go and log into your existing account, and simply a few clicks and you're good to go with your number connecting process. Once you're done with the connecting a number, this process also validates your official um, authenticated way of connecting to your Baba account, and then you will also receive a OTP on a registered number, and then it goes through authenticating the connectivity for your Baba account. Once you're done with the registration, the next thing is under the settings, you will see how you go and create a profile. So creating profile is super easy, since WhatsApp again has not just the send and receive, but they come up with lot of useful APIs where you can pretty much automate everything you want. So this is how you can simply select a channel and provide the details about how your business profile is going to look on the WhatsApp platform when user visits you. So in the right hand side, this is how it will look like. It's a quick preview where you see the company contact information, what exactly you do, and stuff like that. And once you set up your profile, you save, and this gets updated to your profile on WhatsApp platform, and this is how you will be seen for your as a profile for your customers. So once you connect the number, you set up your profile. Next thing is how you're going to use WhatsApp official API. To do that, first process is you go and add a template. Template is nothing but you simply sort of go to Facebook to kind of get approval that this is how or what I'm going to send my customers the information, and we simply go here, select a channel, create a new template, add or delete or update the existing one. So there are templates under few of the categories, like we have divided them into two, single and carousel, and of course they come or fall into three major categories like marketing, utility, and authentication. And there are tons of language options available, regional and global. So you right now looking at the this account is kind of locally set up, so you are seeing the language available in the region. Now if you look at the template, there are four major component of a template: header, body, buttons, right, and the footer. So this is how you go and configure the available option, and accordingly you add a template that may or may not have the audio, video, or image, or it may have a part, the footer. Some of them they are the optional, but some of them they are mandatory, and you have to put them in order to get the templates approval. And there are options available under button object, where you can simply go and choose options like quick reply, copy code, catalog, or you can also put a phone number. When you click on phone number, it simply opens up the dial pad on the phone, and you can simply name the options. For instance, we say type of action, call phone number, and button text is check now. So this is how you can leverage on the option and the capabilities around the you know the text and the content and the media that is part of the template, right? We'll be going into more details in you know in few minutes, but broadly speaking, if you select single, this is pretty straightforward. But if you select the carousel, a difference being you can add multiple cards, and in the yeah, if you go and click add card. Mm. Oops, you have to put a name like that, and you select the categories and you type the message, and kind of you can add more than one card also. You put the headers, you put the body, and this is where you can simply add a template like this. All right, moving on. Yeah, so basically you have to put a body, or sort of message to add a card. You can also add button, like I explained in the previous section. Button text, website URL. Hmm. Great. So in the right hand side, you see the preview where whatever template you're going to go and get approved from Meta. It kinds of gives you a preview on how it is going to look like once it gets approved on a real phone. So this is how under the template manager you go and create different kind of templates. You can add, delete, modify, and all the types of templates like catalog, CTA. There are bunch of other options available for authentication like copy code, or the code that gets automatically filled, or zero tap functionality like those. They are available mostly. It's about changing the type of the CTA, and pretty much it's more or less changing a button, and everything remains same because the structure of any template remains same, which is body, footer, button, right, and the header. You can also click on sync, and it's real time syncs with the templates, right, you may have sent to the approval from the meta site. So after covering the the setting of the contact number, and then setting up the channel and the template section, now you have the templates. How are you going to go and use them? So you simply go to the campaigns, and this is very useful. Features we built so you don't have to switch to multiple tabs or go to different channels. This is one stop solution for all kind of campaigns that you want to build to reach out to your audience. So right now in this left hand side of the panel, you see the voice, RCS, WhatsApp, and SMS. These are the available channels which are enabled for this particular account for demonstration. You simply turn on any of the channels that you want to use in parallel or one after another. Then you go create campaign, name a campaign name, and once you do that, you simply get this window. And once you select a template that you want to use, which is like again uh, added template available on this page, and you see uh, most of the details being fetched from the template uh, details which has been already approved and available under the templates section. So this is the image got uploaded. You can schedule it, you can chunk it, you can repeat it. So there are many different ways basically to do that. Same campaign you want to launch 3 times per week, per day, right? Or maybe on different interval or different time, and different campaigns schedule, right? Could be repeating in different scenarios. So we have covered pretty much all of them. You can also chunk and split based on size of the file, or duration of the, you know, or the interval of the time you want to split. So that is also available under chunking. Same way, you can also fail over if, let's say, somebody is not in network, or somebody is not picking up the phone, or maybe, you know, the response is not that great on one channel. You can switch to another channel, and it goes to by default as a failover. And in our pipeline, there are a few more additional failover scenarios based on the error codes or different ways of automate the campaigns, or based on the some customer data that you may acquire, right? So there may be additional things that you will be looking at very soon. So this is how you go and launch a campaign. You upload a file, or you can also provide a contact list, and based on the available list or the phone book data that you might have used in the past. You select one of them, and then you can go and launch, or you can save it as a draft, right? So you can come back and you don't have to go and do it again. And these are the campaigns that are created. Some of them you see they are completed, some of them they are in draft. And there are, if you go and look at three dotted or four dotted buttons, these are again the options available that gives you facility to do what you want to do in different stage. For instance, you want to add it, activate, or delete, or duplicate for some of the scenarios that you may have within your team, or outside your team, who may be working on jointly on these campaigns, right? So this is one way where you can actually go and leverage on. I mean, this is not just about WhatsApp, right? However, it is basically primarily designed and built keeping in mind the powerful API feature of WhatsApp. At the same time, you can also attach or leverage on features available with the other channels, like such as voice or SMS or RCS. While you do the campaigns, there are scenarios where you want to do some sort of automation, set the flows. So this is where we go and utilize the capabilities available under chat flow. So it is nothing like sort of drag and drop features that we have built, where you can simply launch a campaign, and then based on basic or advanced features you are anticipating, while configuring your bot. All right. So under the chat flow, one of the very important features available um, on Tubelight platform. So basically, when you send or you prepare any campaigns, it is very important to have a flow built that actually can respond to various kind of questions, or the auto responses that are mapped to the questions customers are asking. So basically, that is very simple to build using the no-code solution that Tubelight has developed. You can create a node, set the intent, right, and just simply write the responses, and you can continue to add many nodes which are interlinked to one to another, right, in an end-to-end fashion, where you can pretty much give back and forth any responses to any node. And the available options to configure, such as static, interactive, or you may want to add image, video, document, or you can also add a prompt or a menu list, stuff like that. So this is one example how you can build such flow, right? And customer can basically um, interact with this flow, and they can get the responses or ask the questions whatever they want. So scenarios like you're sending thousands of millions of people different sort of marketing or promotion content, or they are interacting, they are existing customers and they have the questions about your product and capabilities, or they need support and sales in your any sort of use case, where they are utilizing your services. This is one way basically you can go and, for instance, if you want to add a new node, you simply go and choose, let's say, interactive button, and you simply put a name to intent and you set the reply. You can also add buttons. So this is one way to go and create advanced flows with Tubelight communication platform. Right. So this is how you can actually create the flows, and you can add them into campaigns that you create. So in this sections, you can see the flow that we have designed, and you can also go back and look at the dashboard of the previously created flows. You can add it, change, or delete the flows and the nodes settings here. Right. So yeah, this is pretty much just a extended capability, right? How you want to utilize the capability built on the flows. All right. So welcome to One Inbox. In previous section, we covered about how we onboard the customer, um, how we set up the channel, how we configure the Bava account that customer will look at when you go live, and we looked at how we use the templates. We also looked at how we are going to use the flows to make the customer conversation more uh, intuitive, and then we looked at how we are going to utilize the power of WhatsApp in different ways using the campaign manager. Now, for any business, um, the most important part is that how you're going to provide the best in-class support. To provide support, we often use, more often than not, we use the help desk support system, which may or may not be always that effective, because the customers are trying to reach you out on different medium. For instance, email. Sometimes they also may contact you on WhatsApp, or they may be calling you, and this creates sometimes confusion where we don't know the context of the previous conversation happened with the person who might have actually spoken or texted him back and forth something that you know you're not aware of as a person, or as a agent, or as a decision maker. There are many use cases. For instance, somebody is calling you for credit card, and you updated them that you will be paying the outstanding amount in 7 days time. Still, it may happen that you will get another call in next 20 minutes asking and saying the same thing back and forth over and over again. This happens because there is no context, or right way to maintain and manage the information when customer is reaching you out as a business, and it is actually stored and processed and communicated properly. To solve that problem, we sort of combined or aggregated all the business identities, possible identities, right, including WhatsApp, RCS, or the medium rather, right, where the customer can reach you out. So right now this inbox supports email, SMS, WhatsApp, RCS, and also the web chat. If customer is trying to reach you out on one of these channels available, the uh, platform uh, provides you a single workspace view where you don't have to move out of this window, right? And there is no context switch, there is no tab switch, and all the communication, including voice calls, they will land into the same you know uh, interface. So if you just scroll through any conversation with any XYZ customer, you will exactly know what exactly being discussed and talked in months or days of time. Not just that, you can also filter them out based on the communication channel. You can set the priority. Whenever customer is reaching you out, every discussion is marked as a ticket, so you don't lose any of the information related to anything that they are reaching out to you. And it can be also marked if it is in progress, put on hold, or it is disposed for any reason. So if you just simply go and try to send a WhatsApp message or any other message, you go and click on, you know, template, and you get a approved template listed here. You simply select it, and based on the type of template, it may or may not ask for additional media. Once you select that, you simply click on send, and you will see the message, going through to the customers. There may be error in case if it is not the right, you know, template approved in the right, user section. Right. So if it is delivered properly, you will see the status as single check, double check, right? All the delivery receipts available from the WhatsApp to businesses. So this is how it works, and then not just that, the options such as emojis, you can attach a file, you can also dispose the chat at the end of the chat or call. Very interesting and important feature with this tool is also, we call it Agent Assist or AI Copilot. We have named it Bottle. That also means Tubelight Bottle. It's just you know interesting and funny name we have given to our bot. So what it does is that, let's say customer is trying to reach you out and they say, hey, what happened to my refund, or they need some manual, or they need some documentation, or they might have some issue with the finance, or customer manager is not really being able or up to the mark to solve a query. So when it moves to support, or it may escalate sometime. Uh, More often than not, again, what happens is it's not just the speed, but also the consolidated view of information stored in one place, which can be used to effectively put into in a format of answer that goes to customer, and they don't have to wait, right? Because eventually you're going to go and ask somebody something, and then it takes time if somebody is on leave, or they are busy, or the priorities are different for different people at different stage of a delivery. So what it does is you simply go and ask your question bank sort of a guy, that what happened to my refund, or what happened to my billing dispute. And if you say you know this question to AI bot, it simply looks at the documentation that you have provided as a policy for refund, let's say, right? Or that mentions how we are going to handle the dispute and different scenarios. So it simply takes the answers from the documentation. Once you, and not just this, it could be, let's say if you have 10 different departments, if you're large enterprise, and account finance, sales, support, marketing, everybody can configure their bots depending on the material or the information that they need. And it can again talk to different departments, across departments rather. It can also integrate with third party system going forward, not now. So this is again a beta, when some of these things are rolled to the customers, and there are people who are using it already. And we are um, keeping right now we are using OpenAI for modeling and data training right now. We plan to move to also, or rather explore a few different modeling system, including Meta Llama, but this is where we are. So with this, also very important thing is the ticket ID system, right? So the concept here is that everything is a conversation. In fact, everything that customer is asking us, or we replying to them, will be actually moved like a question answer thing going forward. So whether it is talking to a CRM, whether it is talking to a repository of information related to engineering, or marketing or sales, the plan or the concept would be that you ask something, and we give you back the response. Right? For instance, if there was no currency, you go to you know a shop, you buy something, and you give them back something. There was no invoice, right? They simply say something, and you pay to them. So those words, your tongue was like a CRM for invoicing, for instance, right? So from there to now, technology has supported us big ways, and things are now getting converted into digital footprints. And now, from there to here, this is one way to actually relive that, effectiveness, right? That adds to the simplicity, not the complexity. That's the idea with this tool, that if, let's say, your support system is actually responsible for millions of dollars, of revenues, right? Because if customers are happy, you are happy, and business is happy, and everything is good and win-win. So this is one, you know, ambitious project, Tubelight currently has in the pipeline, where we plan to really automate using the workflow automation, a lot of things, right? Add the business tools in the next set of releases, as many as we can, from the Drive, Google Drive to Slack to whatever possible tools we can possibly integrate as quick as possible. So this is how it is. Anytime anybody reaching you out, it gets converted to a ticket, and it is open. Um, let's say for 24 hours, and it gets like closed automatically. Right now this is not implemented, but this is again something we have in the pipeline. So right now the ticket ID works like a reference, but going forward it will be auto closed in 24 hours, and then if customer is reopening the thread, it will be available again under the same ticket ID, but after 48 hours it will get closed permanently, and every new conversation is again mapped to a new ticket ID. This is just to avoid those scenarios where the information get lost, for various reason, and you sometimes miss it altogether completely unless it become a escalation point. So this is how it is. Yeah. So I think the voice section is also available. The complete telephony stack we have added under the dial pad, and if you go and click on dial pad, it, it gives you a dial pad where you can go and click and dial a number, and call a person, or they can call you on the number that you display. Yeah. So this is it. Thank you so much. This is where the contact will get stored, and this is how you set up a profile. And either it would be an email, or it would be a phone number, right? And if customer is reaching you out, we save both of this. So whenever we receive any incoming message, we know which customer profile it is mapping to. We simply go, and at end of the conversation, we simply go and dispose it, providing a summary. Maybe a quick, call also will help. Yeah. So when you either it's call or a chat, simply you go and dispose. Yeah, this is how you can call, dispose. Yeah, great. All right, good. So that's it for now. Thank you so much.